answering the question, what is Audit Master Pro? Thank you for your interest in Audit Master Pro, which was created and developed by its owner, Lance Rock. I will be referring to Audit Master Pro as AMP. The critical takeaway from today's conversation is that Audit Master Pro teaches you how to do hybrid heating, ventilation, and air conditioning energy audits, using patented processes and techniques that guarantee a building's carbon footprint reduction and energy savings, which is reflected in reduced utility billings and building tenant comfort. It's all done through AMP's software platform, which walks you through each step, automatically calculates all conservation measures that need to be implemented, and publishes the final energy audit report. Audit Master Pro doesn't just improve building energy audits. It reinvents them by blending innovation and integration in a way no one else has done before. Lance created AMP's energy software and holds patents for many heating, ventilation, and air conditioning energy processes, which I will abbreviate as HVAC. These processes are embedded in AMP's software modules. I'm going to provide you with a condensed but comprehensive overview of Audit Master Pro, which combines advanced HVAC energy auditing and optimization training, along with the training of AMP's field software, which was engineered and designed to guide you through a project, with step-by-step prompts that directs you to gather specific field data at specific moments in time, and enter the values collected for a successful energy conservation project. AMP provides e-learning or web-based training, classroom training, and on-site training. Throughout my talk, I'll touch on carbon, utility cost reductions, how building energy conservation has evolved, and how the processes primarily focus on heat transfer associated with HVAC systems. With AMP's on-site measurement and verification processes, no permanent hardware is required to be installed or left on site. Trained energy professionals bring their test instruments, test the systems, and leave with their equipment when finished. AMP validates heat transfer within a 1% accuracy margin, optimizes system performance, maximizes HVAC heat transfer efficiency, and can provide certified high-performance energy testing and balancing, versus the standard test and balance practices and procedures, which have substantial latent limitations along with performance issues. As a bonus, HVAC system and component commissioning is automatically implemented in the energy optimization testing portion of the software. Various third-party organizations and local utilities have verified the energy savings and reduced utility costs. In all cases, AMP outperforms the other standard building energy conservation measures, such as lighting retrofits. AMP provides an exceptional return on investment, with most projects seeing simple paybacks within 2 months to 1 year. The HVAC energy savings and reduced operating costs are well documented and impressive. You can read about them at auditmasterpro.com. HVAC fact: every individual HVAC system, without exception, underperforms. No facility we've tested has ever had an individual system perform above 80% heat transfer efficiency. Most systems we evaluate operate between 35% and 70% efficiency. Most systems fall short despite what conventional testing and balancing or commissioning reports state. They may meet fluid flow targets on paper, but comfort complaints, high energy bills, and performance gaps are the norm. When AMP's processes are applied to any existing system with an uncompromised heat transfer coil, and when I use the term uncompromised, I'm referring to the heat transfer coil being void of any actual physical damage, the system set up with AMP's processes will outperform newly installed systems that are conventionally tested and balanced in terms of heat transfer efficiency. And all newly installed HVAC systems still require AMP's process if the building is to achieve comparable performance. Even when assuming mechanical contractors or test and balance service companies are honest and use industry-best testing equipment and standards, errors still exist. AMP is solely built on the principles of psychrometrics, thermodynamics, energy testing and balancing, and tracer gas testing with ambient air. Lance combined these principles after working under Dr. Peter Lagus, principal of Lagus Applied Technology, where he was educated on tracer gas testing in the nuclear power industry, to read airflow using only sulfur hexafluoride, abbreviated as SF6. SF6 has a global warming potential CO2 equivalent value of 22,800, meaning it is 22,800 times more potent and capable of trapping heat in the Earth's atmosphere than carbon dioxide. To eliminate this, Lance worked with Dr. Robert Clark at the HVAC Training and Energy Lab at the College of DuPage, where they tested the properties of ambient air combined with tracer gas theories, principles, and processes. They obtained pristine and accurate results with an error of 1% or less. The error mentioned was discovered to lie solely with inherent and unavoidable electronic instrument error. With their method of testing, they achieved net zero emissions and, more importantly, a global warming potential value of 0 by fine-tuning and combining these principles and processes. Audit Master Pro now trains professional energy contractors, mechanical contractors, and field technicians who want to enter the energy conservation industry or become advanced energy auditing professionals through its training module at the College of DuPage's Training and Energy Lab in Glen Ellen, Illinois. It is essential to understand that no permanent equipment or hardware needs to be installed. Energy contractors, mechanical contractors, and technicians bring their testing instruments, test the systems, and leave with their equipment, as they would during a standard service call. AMP software is a program built to validate HVAC system performance through a system controls cycling process that will provide results immediately and have a minimum tenant disruption potential of 5 to 15 minutes for any test. They've never had a tenant complaint during testing. System preparation takes 2 to 4 hours and poses no disruption to the building or tenants. Preparation of HVAC systems is different for each type of system being tested. AMP is finishing the development of their AMP Verdant Core system, AMP's automated and programmable heat transfer validation tool that will be installed permanently on HVAC heat transfer systems. This small unit is programmed with the same logic installed in AMP's software to validate HVAC system performance through a programmed system cycling process that will provide results immediately and can be activated anytime by the building stationary engineers to validate a system's carbon, fluid flows, and heat transfer results. It has the same minimum tenant disruption potential as the portable field software. AMP delivers detailed reporting on heat transfer, fluid flows, and overall system performance. A small example of AMP's reporting is as follows. It may recommend coil cleaning, where it can identify internal and/or external fouling, motor and pulley replacements, VFD adjustments, outside air and return air imbalance corrections, temperature corrections for in-stream motor heat, inefficient DX performance corrections, electric resistance heating issues, or hydronic flow prescriptive measures to be performed. Special training and care are taken when testing natural gas or propane systems to meet life safety requirements. AMP software ensures testing accuracy. It is embedded with AMP's patented processes. The software cross-verifies field data and alerts technicians if entries don't match expected patterns, such as nonlinear heat transfer values. This is accomplished by cross-correlating data entries from one type to another. It also reports real-time system deficiencies, project schedule delays, when technicians are on or off-site using the software combined with smartphone GPS tracking features, project memorandum of understanding entries, change orders, picture logs, drawings, and provides live and immediate access to the technician's reports, progress, and more. Enforcement and accountability. AMP electronically watches over its projects. If project fraud or falsified reporting is suspected, any 3 primary project principals for the building can file an AMP complaint through the software. These principals are the building administration representatives, the project architects, or the professional engineers. If 2 principals agree to file a complaint, AMP launches an investigation. If the report is found to be falsified or fraudulent, the company must redo the work to the satisfaction of the building. If not, they are electronically locked out of all future Audit Master Pro specified projects worldwide. The question that should be asked is what building would benefit from implementing AMP? The answer is clear: every building would benefit. Buildings with new HVAC installations, existing systems, retro-commissioned or recommissioned systems, and any facility working towards their 2030 to 2050 net zero carbon goals. AMP can reduce a building's carbon footprint more than any energy optimization or conservation measure short of entirely turning off their HVAC systems. Lighting retrofits were once the low-hanging fruit when reducing building energy operating costs, but not anymore. HVAC now accounts for approximately 75% or more of building utility costs. AMP cuts those costs fast, usually with a return on investment in under a year. Even if systems are brand new, AMP's optimization processes are still required to minimize a building's HVAC system's operating costs while elevating indoor air quality and comfort. When you go to AMP's website and read about the documented energy savings that occurred when AMP's team tested and optimized Willis Tower in Chicago and One O'Hare Center in Rosemont, Illinois, realize that third-party independent companies reported these savings, and no HVAC systems were replaced with new ones, and no systems were abandoned to achieve their results. All systems are existing and still operating, exceeding prior system performance heat transfer, and this was all done with specifically and only AMP's software. The fantastic part of these two building stories is that the return on investment occurred within 2 months of the start of these projects. AMP's software engineering team develops their software in-house. They are in the process of adding carbon tracking tools to show carbon reduction performance, pre- and post-implementation. Lance is a nationally certified energy manager, energy auditor, carbon reduction manager, and carbon auditor professional through the Association of Energy Engineers. He has dedicated his life's work to eliminating HVAC-related carbon emissions on a global scale, driven by a mission rooted in education, innovation, and environmental accountability. Lance isn't simply working to reduce carbon emissions. He's leading a relentless charge to eradicate them at their source, at the buildings where they are most concentrated. Final thoughts and call to action. To every building principal, facility director, and energy professional, the path to dramatically elevated carbon reductions, measurable energy savings, and real control over your project's success starts with AMP. Audit Master Pro is not just a piece of software, it's a proven system. It empowers you with the tools, data, algorithms, and methodologies to transform building performance and deliver high-impact results. But here's the fact. Lance's team of professionals can't service every building themselves, nor was it ever their intent. That's why they are calling on the professionals, those already in the HVAC energy industry, and those eager to step in. AMP is your vehicle. Through AMP's certification and training program, you gain the knowledge, credibility, and capability to lead energy conservation efforts across the built environment. This is your opportunity to drive real change, achieve high-performance building recognition, decarbonize your buildings, build your energy conservation business, and more importantly, help the world transition toward global carbon reductions with smarter, cleaner buildings. AMP invites you to step forward, not just as building owners and representatives, contractors or consultants, but as leaders of the energy future. Thank you for listening. Please go to auditmasterpro.com to learn more about us.